I love to work with geometrical figures, and for this exercise I've also prepared a geometrical figure, another triangle that you can memorize, incorporate, assimilate, and use it for any project. The concept is called the 3 pillars of change, and I've heard this concept. I've learned it from Tony Robbins and Chloe Madanes. I have to give them credit for that. Let's discuss the 3 elements: focus, language, and physiognomy. Well, focus. When you start a project, usually you know exactly where you want to go, and the more precise and detailed you are, the easier it is for you to follow this. But then sometimes you are not really clear on what you want and where you want to go. Let's say you want to start a business, but at the same time you're thinking about different other elements or different parts of the business or several other businesses. So clearly your energies are scattered. So that's what we mean by focus. You want to have focus, you want to know straight where you're going so that you can direct all your energy towards achieving that goal. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be very rigid and strict. You can still have flexibility, but know that you're going towards point A or B or C, because that's going to help you. Focus, language, and physiognomy. The second element, language. What is it that you say to yourself on a regular basis? How do you describe your project? How do you describe yourself? What is your inner dialogue? How do you communicate with yourself? Are you encouraging to yourself? Are you your best friend, or you are your worst critic? This matters because if you're focusing only on negative and blame and focus and sometimes lack of self-appreciation, well, you may sabotage your own efforts. So language pertains to how you communicate with yourself. It's in your inside, your inner dialogue, but it also reflects on how you communicate with others. So you have the inner part of this aspect and the outer part of language, in other words, dialogue. The third element is physiognomy, everything that's connected to body and movement. So I'll give you a personal example. I wanted to take up running. I've always wanted to run, but I always considered that running wasn't for me. And then at one point I was at one event and something shifted and I realized, yes, I just have to change a few elements and here and there tweak my language and a few things with my body and the actions that I was taking towards this project, and I might be successful. So this is what I did. I applied a matrix and I uncovered that even though my focus was crystal clear, I knew that I wanted to be a runner. I was not doing the right thing in terms of language and physiognomy. I had to look at the language that I used with myself. And in my head, I was telling myself this story that no, running is not for me. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't know how. And probably I'll never be able to run because my breath is short and I don't know how to do this. And my legs, I'm afraid that I might fall. Obviously, I wasn't engaging in the right dialogue with my own self. This is how this exercise can be applied. You have 3 elements and you want all of them to be fully developed and fully engaged so that you can optimize your results. Focus, language, and physiognomy. I have a friend who is in real estate. She's noticed recently that even though she's clearly very focused, she knows her market, she knows her product, somehow she doesn't seem to have the progress that she wants to have. I shared this matrix with her, the 3 pillars of change, and she applied it in what she's doing, and she realized that, as a matter of fact, she's not really congruent with what she she wants and what she does. So one of the three elements was kind of out of balance. The language she was using when she was in front of those clients of hers was not the language that she uses in her descriptions and in online marketing. So once she made that small change, she managed to align all these three elements and she could see the results immediately. To have lasting change, you want to work on all these three elements. It's not just enough to have the focus to know where you want to be if you don't have the right state and if you use the language that is not to your benefit. When you don't align these three elements, it's like you use 50% of your energy to go left and another 50% of your energy to go right, and then you wonder why you don't have any traction or you don't make any progress or you're not there yet. So for you to speed up the process of change and of achieving what you want to achieve, you want to pay attention to these three pillars of change. Now, once you apply this matrix, you will be surprised to notice that you will be able to achieve everything that you desire much faster. It won't take you a year or a few months to figure things out. And this is the beauty of it. You don't have to spend, a month when you can actually do something within a week and move on and just perfect your skills. So I hope this message helped you. This is Laura Hergane. You are watching Beyond 7. This is a channel I created for curious minds. I will share with you everything that I know from the coaching and personal development, NLP, meditation, yoga, and so on. Come back, subscribe, bring a friend, and make sure your notifications are on so you can be the first one to see my videos. And let's grow this community of like-minded people. Ciao for now. I'll see you in my next video.